Hi, I am here today to do a review for Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 2. I know this is really late. Episode 3 has already come out at the time of filming this, so I can't even imagine how late it'll be when I actually get to posting this. But, you know, I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I really, really liked this episode. There will be spoilers, just so you know. I really liked this episode. Everything with Princess Leia was done really, really, really well. Obi-Wan Kenobi, once again, was amazing. They got the guy from Eternals to come, like the one memorable thing from Eternals. I cannot remember anything from Eternals, but I remember that guy was funny, and that Harry Styles is Thanos' brother. Really, that's it. That movie was kind of boring. um, Oh, and that one of the guys can't remember what his name is anymore. Um, but there was one of the guys had a boyfriend, and that was nice. It was good to have that in Eternals. I wish it was in a better movie though. Happy Pride Month for the LGBTQ plus community. Um, yeah, yeah, that was really it. It was really interesting though. I really liked this episode. I loved I love the dynamic between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Princess Leia. I really hope they have more scenes together because it was so much fun. I love their dynamic so much. It was so much fun. It was a fun episode, and having Obi-Wan Kenobi by himself and interacting with just the world around him was also done really, really well. I I love the just overall, I loved the feeling of this show. It was kind of dark, but also it had a free spirit to it, and you got to learn so much more about Obi-Wan Kenobi's character. He's not a character. He was probably okay. I'm not a fan of the prequels. I don't think they're awful movies. So if you look back at my video and they're like, spoiler alert, the prequels are awful, I think was actually the name of that video I made when I reviewed all the prequels. I don't think they're actually awful movies. I just don't like them very much. I think some parts are great. I think the acting on for Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker and many other characters actually was amazing. Not so much Jar Jar, but I'm not going to hate on him because he already got enough in like 1999. I just don't like the writing, and I also think that's part of why Jar Jar is so annoying. But if you want to hear me rant about Jar Jar, go watch that video. Um, there's a time and place for that, and that's not this video. Um, yeah, I I think the writing really hurt them, and I did not like it. I think it was not written well. It was not. It could have been a great story. It could have been a very interesting, well written story, and I could have loved it, but I didn't because they had really good actors. Um I've seen Natalie Portman. She's probably the one I would say the most. But I do not like her at all in the prequels, and I actually really like her in Thor. Um, I wish she was in the third one because that was the best one. But the third one's the best one, and I kind of hate the other two. She keeps being in movies that I hate. Why? I don't hate the prequels. Hate is a very strong word. I just don't like them very much. So I don't hate them. It's just I don't like them. That was a bad way of explaining it. But I feel like I got to know more about these characters in these 2 episodes than I did in the whole 3 movies, which is kind of sad. But, it's what you're gonna have to do. And I feel like they were written better too. I feel like this was a great thing for Disney to do because I actually really enjoy all these characters now. When before I did not. Some of them I thought were really annoying, but I think this was a really good thing for them to do. So, in shorter words, I don't really like the prequels, but at least I have appreciation for them, and I see that some parts are absolutely amazing, like the acting, the fact that Christensen could do a scene that wasn't completely awful about ranting about sand, means he's a god. But I laughed so hard at that scene every single time. I sometimes look up the video on YouTube because I need to laugh, and it makes me laugh every single time. And yeah, it just shows how absolutely amazing these actors are, and they're being in something that actually is written well. And okay, I think the prequels have really good qualities. I do. Don't think they're a dumpster fire. I do not think they're a dumpster fire at all, actually. I think some parts of the movie that needed to be better were not. So, I think if they were given a well-written story, it was a compelling, interesting plot. It was could have been absolutely amazing, and they just didn't do everything they could with it, which ended up hurting the film. So you take those really good parts that they have from the prequels with the good acting and and put it in a show, and you make all the bad parts in there and take out all the bad things about it mostly and put it in a better show, and I am loving it. I was kind of worried because I'm not the biggest fan of the prequels, but I think with putting everything that they're putting in this show with the good parts that they already had with the prequels to make it even better, I think they're doing a great job. So I know I just spent like 3 minutes talking about that, but hopefully you guys understand what I mean. We got to see Anakin Skywalker, and I don't know. It was weird. It was weird for me. Cause like I see Darth Vader as Anakin Skywalker, but I don't. Like those two characters are just kind of they're so different to me. Seeing him in the first movie where he's like a 9-year-old boy, and seeing him in like big Darth Vader, like I am your father stuff, just is so different to me. And I also think the show will like make it seem more of a transition that actually makes sense. So yeah, I really liked seeing him, even if it was for like 2 seconds. So yeah, there's that. I thought this was a really well written, well acted show. I also think that the CGI is much better, but that's just because it was like it's the early 2000s. Yeah. CGI just in general in the early 2000s was awful, and anyone that tries to tell you it was not, go watch Chicken Little. That was in 2006. Yeah, you're not gonna fight with me anymore on that after you watch Chicken Little. But after you watch Chicken Little, you'll just know. Yeah, so I really like this show. That's just what I'm trying to say. I really like the acting. I really like the story. I like that the CGI is actually good. I think the directing is absolutely amazing. I'm loving the whole show overall, and I really think anyone that is a fan of Star Wars, even if they're not the biggest fan of the prequel, should watch this. Because I didn't think I was going to be a big fan of it, and now I am. So go check it out. It's on Disney+. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please stay safe. I love you 2000, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.